Yo, what's good? Um, Today's the trade recap. I took no trades today, and yeah, so I'll explain why today was not a good day to trade and how to stay out of conditions that are bad to trade. So before I even do anything with charts, Elon Musk, Trump are fighting. I don't really know what. I mean, I kind of know what about. It's like something with the like tariffs. I think whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then Elon's making accusations that Trump is was with the Jeffrey Epstein thing, whatever. It doesn't really matter what it's about. All we have to have our concern about is that they are fighting or whatever. There's disagreement between them, and that is causing the economy to be very volatile, unfavorable, sporadic. Doesn't follow the model. It doesn't follow the trading algorithm how it's supposed to be. So that's before anything. You should be weird to even trade because of this. Let it just blow over. So that's reason one. Second off, there's non-farm payroll today. Three very high impact news drivers that came out today at 8:30. Again, normally when that's just the case, you don't trade just because it moves the market so much and then it consolidates or just makes it unfavorable conditions. So those two things paired already just made me kind of just sit on my hands all day, and I'll only enter the market if there's something so like significant and such a good setup that I if I didn't take it, I'd be stupid to not take it. So going into today with those two things coming out, you should already be like, yeah, I'm not trading today. So that being aside, let's just work on chart work here. Um, 4 hour, we're creating just bullish structure, creating higher highs. Hour, kind of the same thing. There was this buy side liquidity up here that we were looking at. We were trading in an inefficiency. Sorry, right here. There's a buy side, a bullish gap right here, and there's sell side down here where there is 50%. So that was that. On 15-minute, let me get rid of this. I'm sorry. Hold on. On 15-minute, we had the buy side here. You couldn't see the inefficiency here, but it was there on the 1 hour trading into it. That's why we might have consolidated. And we had the bullish gap that we were near. And we've been creating bullish structure all day. At 8:30, we had the news candle come out. That was here. Very big news candle. It was around 75 points, so that's pretty big. Not the biggest I've seen, but it's a pretty big move after just consolidating pretty much all night, but slowly rising. This was when the Trump thing happened, so we sold off, creating higher highs. And I'm not going to lie, there's not much to talk about with the chart because the whole reason that you should not be trading today and that I didn't take a trade today is just because of the outside of the market things that happened. There was payroll, non-farm payroll that came out, and the Trump Elon like war that's going on. That's just enough to say no trades. But if we want to go down to the brass task, my model, I trade earliest I'll trade is 9:45. What is 9:45? It is right here. So I'm just waiting for the market to do something. I'm going into the day bullish because on high time frame we're just bullish. Yeah, we have the 1 hour inefficiency here, but we're still creating higher highs and in bullish structure. So I do think that would have gotten overturned. There's also a bullish gap supporting us. News came out. It just spiked up, took out a little bit of buy side, and we just traded up all morning. When market opened, we just traded up. I wanted this sell side to be taken before I looked for a trade because that's my model. I need liquidity to be taken, and then I need a market shift the other way to keep going higher. Off the open, nothing happened. We kind of just traded up, traded up. We chopped up. Look at these long wicks, bro. The wicks do the damage. So these big wicks is very choppy. We get to 9:45. We just moved up. Again, there's buy side all the way up here, so I would have looked for some sort of long to up here only if we took out this sell side or this or trade into this gap. We didn't do that. The market kind of just chopped around though, with a lot of wicks, not really being very favorable for us. There's really nothing in here to say I'm going to go long. We didn't take out the only sell side we took out. This is minor buy stops here. That's not enough for me to enter. Plus, we didn't even trade into a fair value gap. We created the most minuscule fair value gap here. Just nothing really to trade off of here. We didn't even take out buy side, and that's why I didn't go short right here, right at this fair value gap. That's why I didn't go short. Um, First off, I'm bullish on the day. Why would I take a trade against my bias? Right? I wanted this sell side taken, and since that didn't happen, I was looking, maybe we could come down now that we traded up. But I had to realize, and I did realize, we didn't take out any buy side liquidity. Why are we reversing? Yeah. So there's no reason to reverse. There's no reason to reverse. We didn't take out any high. Yeah, we're trading this 1 hour inefficiency. It's a reason to go down, but that's on the 1 hour. So you would see the slow, gradual chop down, which is what we're seeing now, right? The sell side end up getting taken now. But since we're trading on a 1 minute, we want to see a kind of a lower time frame thing is getting respected. This is such a high time frame, the 1 minute isn't just going to tap it and then just completely sell off, right? It could. It's just not as favorable, and you're not going to want to bet on that every time. So we do see the breakdown hard. It is a very good displacement down. If there was buy side liquidity, I would have 1,000% taken this trade, but there wasn't really any buy side over here on the left. So we were just rejecting off the 1 hour gap, and on 1 minute, it could just be a time to retrace that we just blow right through and on the higher time frame. So that's that, but we did get a market structure shift here and here, and we got it with good displacement, really good displacement, and I would have taken the trade at equilibrium, which is right here. Stop above the high, which is perfect, 25 handles, which is $500 risk on 1 money. That's what it would have risked. We trade up into it, and look at this. We just chop barcode. You literally scan this at Costco. Just complete barcode chop work. I would have had my take profit down here. It ended up would have stopping me out. I probably would have gotten stopped somewhere in profit up here around this, blowing through this gap. But again, we respected. We did go down and take out the sell side. So that is showing how the 1 hour did get respected a tiny bit to trade into this bullish gap, and now look how we're rejecting it. So we've respected the bearish gap to respect the bullish gap, and now we're going to probably overturn this gap because the overall high time frame is bullish. I'm looking for these highs to be taken out next week. That's what I'm looking at. Now, again, a reason I didn't take this trade, the news, the non-farm news, Elon, Trump battle, and because we didn't take out buy side. We didn't follow. Yeah, this is pretty much my entire model. We have the market structure shift. We have the displacement. We have the go back into a premium. We have the fair value gap. We have the opposing liquidity. 5, 6 confluences. We have the right time of day. It's the macro. This is the macro. It's in the macro. A very high confluence setup. But again, the first rule of my model, there needs to be a liquidity sweep. Before any of that, there isn't a liquidity sweep. There's no money that's taken to reverse, right? A liquidity sweep is money at these lows, money at these highs. That's just sitting there, and the market goes up and grabs that money. That's how you have to see it. So, step 1, rule 1 of my model didn't get fulfilled. So I shouldn't be looking at this. And it's obvious. I know it's so hard to be able to stay out of these conditions like this because you see the entire model print, and it did get respected for a while. You wouldn't have gotten stopped out until all the way here if you'd never moved it, and you would have almost hit TP. But you don't want to sit through like an hour of just chop. You really don't want to sit through. It's like half an hour of just chop. You don't want to sit through that. So that being said, this is a perfect example on why you should just follow your model to the exact, every single thing that's on your model's rules you have to do. Because this would not have been a good trade even if it won because of just this choppy price action along with all the current events that's happening. And we didn't get the liquidity sweep. So that's that.